All right, everybody out there in the Craft Chest Nation, as I Craft Chest here, and in my hands, I have the next and final piece to the Two Wicked Ryzen build. Yes, I got another piece of equipment for this beast right over here, and it's done so well with the Ryzen 5 1500X and where we actually have it at a stable overclock at 3.975. Sounds like a warp speed from Star Trek, but yeah, that's what we have it at right there. We did add the water cooler to it, which made it so much more stable as far as the heat ranges are concerned. The fan wouldn't hold that speed. We actually did get the fan to let it go up to 4.1 for a short time, but even with the water block, we backed it down and backed it down and backed it down until we hit that sweet spot of 3.975 with the voltage actually bumped up to 1.45 at a peak of 1.47 whenever it needs it, and I haven't had any stability issues out of it. But right here in this box, and we're going to open this box right now and get straight to it. And as Ron Gaming says, the tinkering is never over. And you know what? You are so right. But this is going to be the final piece to this build, because I can't go any farther unless I start a brand new Threadripper build, which is completely different equipment, and we're not even going to go down that road. So what I have here, everybody, I had to get it. It had to be done. Is the Ryzen 7 1700X right here in this box. And if the lighting keeps going back and forth over here, I have the Auburn, Alabama game getting ready to start, but I wanted to do this video. So that's why you keep on seeing blue and bright and blue and bright. There's a TV like right there, literally. Big old 32-inch TV with the game up. But here we go. The 1700X. I'll show you the label right here. See if we can get a close-up of it. And this is a brand new camera. This is the Logitech C920. So you should be able to get a pretty decent view of that. It should autofocus in, and we'll ease it out. And there it is right there. Now, I will actually break the seal, and let's have a look at this part. The 1700 series, 1700X anyway, and the 1800 do not come with coolers. I think there's like 3 different CPUs in the Ryzen line that do not come with coolers. Of course, there it is right there, an empty box on the freshly broken seal. And here is the actual chip itself. I'm just going to leave it in the box, I always do. And of course, there we go. Get to see how good of a close-up I can actually get. You can actually see the reflection of the camera there. There is the Ryzen 7 1700X. And with this chip right here, I am going to attempt to leave my settings after I flash the BIOS and get everything updated to this chip, because it's going to be a completely different BIOS flash for this particular chipset. I should be able to actually have way better stability with the RAM, because from what I understand, for the Ryzen 7 series, they did a significant BIOS update on the Gigabyte motherboards. This particular motherboard, really impressed of how they have kept up with the BIOS flashes for them, and they have been pretty stable. Especially this last one has made it absolutely stable. Haven't had any issues, and hopefully I don't break it dropping this in. This chip over here, if I haven't mentioned it, we did drop in the Ryzen 5 1500X running stable at 3.975 on that particular chip. Sounds like a Star Trek speed, doesn't it? I think I said that at the very beginning, but that's just, I love that. It's just 3.975 warp velocity. And actually, we're going to have a look at the back end of this. There's the back piece of this for anybody that might be interested. Yeah, look at that. Here's the actual chip. I'm not going to pop it out of the plastic, but there it is. A little better shot of it outside of the dark colored box. But we're going to drop this 1700X in here, and I'm not going to overclock it. I'm going to just update everything, and we're going to let it run its turbo speeds. We'll actually make sure that that's actually turned on in the BIOS to where it will run anywhere between 3.4 and 3.8 on its own. But with 8 cores, 16 threads, level 1, level 2, and level 3 cache, we do have the DDR4 3000 RAM, so 16 gigs of it. So we should be good as far as it running its Infinity Fabric and all that other fancy technologies that they have going on with the Ryzen series. Not just the Ryzen 7s, but the entire Ryzen series down to the 1400 utilizes that. we're going to see. I'm just, I had to get this chip though. I got it for $259. That's down from a $400 retail, and people are selling them all day long for that. And yeah, they've run them on sale for $289 and $279. I've seen the lowest price, but whenever Newegg ran this week for $259, click, no question, gotta get it. And this right here is going to just make this PC double. It just doubled itself in performance right there. But I'm going to take my time, do everything right, make sure the BIOS and the chip and everybody's talking together just right, update anything that I need to, and then we'll come back. And everybody that's been on the streams and everything knows that we have gone over every spec there is as far as the Ryzen 5 series. And for anybody out there that wonders if you can game and stream with the 4-core processors, you absolutely can. And just go back to my video on demands on Twitch. I'll put a link to the channel down here, and that is running 720p 60 frames a second on this rig as it sits right now with the Ryzen 5 1500X Gigabyte Gaming, the AB350 gaming motherboards, 16 gigs of DDR4, 3000 Corsair RAM, and a solid state PNY 1311, which is my favorite hard drive of choice right now for the main drive. And it's got plenty of room on it still. It's a 256 on it. I have a 1 terabyte backup as far as for storage and other games that may not really want to take up the space on the SSD. And there you go. That's pretty much it. Plus the case. And I've posted tons of pictures both on Twitter and Facebook. And I've done a tour video here on YouTube as far as that's concerned. So if you're just watching this for the first time, have a look at some of those past videos. But yeah, I'm very excited to have the Ryzen 7 1700X going into this computer. Can't wait to get it in there, baby. Oh, I'm like a giddy little girl when it comes to things like this. This is my hobby, baby. This is like people, going out and working on cars, and people like doing hovercraft and, drones and, watching football, playing golf. This is my hobby, man. This is my passion. This is what it's all about. The gaming and the computers and the tech and saving up, and it's like leveling up, baby. People pay to win in games. I pay to win in gaming PCs, and this right here is it. And proving a point to everybody, because you got a lot of fanboys out there and people that are paid to say certain things about products and all that, and everybody was bashing on the 4-core series, saying you can't get stable at this and that and the other, and I proved you wrong. Proof is in the pudding, and my pudding is strong. Right over here, the 2 wicked Ryzen just doubled itself in performance. But the 1500X, if anybody ever finds a good deal on it, especially like the combo I got, which was the Ryzen 5 1500X and the motherboard for $229, jump on it. Because if you just want a gaming PC and don't plan on streaming or video creation and all that, it's perfect for that. But if you are into streaming and you want to go 720p 60 frames a second, it's perfect for that as well. It's just that I wanted a little bit more overhead and leeway for some of those games that I play that might not be optimized, that might use more resources, and instead of backing the settings down, let it offload onto the extra threads and cores and everything else that's built into the Infinity Fabric and all that other good stuff on the 8-core, 16 thread, 1, 2, and 3 level caches. What's not to like for $259? Now that's a craft of the mind. Go out there and have some fun, and stay tuned, because whenever we drop this bad boy in there, of course, we're going to be doing the benchmarks. We'll post a few of them up here. I'll record them. We'll be taking screenshots. Follow me on Das Tweets. I'll put a link to that down here. And then, hey, of course, we got to test the streaming. Got to test that out, baby. Between now, tomorrow, and Monday, we'll be posting up some videos of that. Or just watch out for the video on demands if you missed the stream. Because my stream schedule has been kind of on point in the early evenings to late evenings. But sometimes I stream during the afternoon. So just watch me on Twitter. Follow me there if you don't. And that's it. Go out there and have some fun, everybody. I got to get this chip in here soon. Plus, we're going to watch Auburn, Alabama. One of those A's is going to win. Which one shall it be? Woo!